الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون أما بعد يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. Alhamdulillah, we praise Allah. We seek His aid, His forgiveness. We seek refuge in Allah from the evils of our own selves, from the harm of our own wrongdoing. Whomsoever Allah guides, no one can lead astray. Whomsoever He leads astray, no one can guide. And I bear witness that there is none worthy of worship except Allah, who is one without any partner. And I bear witness that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the servant of His messenger. I believe that fear Allah, they should be feared and do not die, except as a Muslim. Alhamdulillah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says again, "O you believe, fasting is prescribed for you as it was prescribed to those before you, that you may learn self-restraint." Also, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "Shahru Ramadan alladhi unzila fihi al-Qur'anu hudan linnas wa bayyinatin min al-huda wal-furqan." Ramadan is the month in which the Quran was revealed as a guidance for mankind and as a criteria to judge between right and wrong. Alhamdulillah. And so this is the last Jummah, or the last Friday of this blessed month. And so I wanted to end this month by reminding us of the main goal of Ramadan. And as I was reflecting, you believe fasting is prescribed for you, as it was prescribed to those before you, that you may learn taqwa, la'allakum tattaqun. You see? And then in that same grouping of ayahs in the Quran and about Ramadan, Allah says, and Ramadan is the month in which the Quran came down, as guidance for mankind, all right, and as a criterion to judge between right and wrong, or to know a standard to be able to determine right and wrong, good and evil. SubhanAllah. So the more I thought about it, I said, SubhanAllah, these two ayahs are very significant. Or this ayah, Ramadan is the month that the Quran came down, very significant. And the significant in it is that as more and more I thought, I said, SubhanAllah, La'alakum tattaqun. The goal of Ramadan is to have taqwa. The goal of Ramadan is to have taqwa. Okay. But the Quran, and the Quran is the way to attain that taqwa. Think about it. Everything is in the book. The guidance, what to do, what not to do. Allah explains Himself in the Quran so we get to know Him. His names and His attributes. He speaks about shaitan and the evil of shaitan and how to avoid him. He speaks about the things that you should do and the things you stay away from. You see, the halal and the haram. Yes, Allah. See, Allah, speaks about, the good conduct and the good behavior that one should aspire to have. And how to be and to be patient and to trust in Him. You see, to be obedient to Him, on and on and on. So the more you are reminded of this, the kind of conduct that we're supposed to display, Allah mentions all throughout the Quran, constantly reminding us. So if you fast and you don't connect with the book, you don't have a complete fast. You lost. So one has to ask himself, wow. So you think about the hadith where the Prophet said that many people get nothing from their fast, but thirst and hunger. Thirst and hunger. They didn't drink, they didn't eat. You see, so they didn't gain. You see, so when you think about the meaning of that, man, there's more to just giving up the food and the drink. More to it than that. It's about getting the guidance, of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in His book, to enhance and grow your iman and your taqwa of Allah. You see, and it starts with Quran. You can't do it. There's other things we do to get taqwa, things that we practice in terms of our salah and things like that. But the Quran is major. You can't attain it because you don't know what Allah wants you to do. So you have to be connected. So I thought about that. I said, SubhanAllah, let me end Ramadan just reminding us, we have today's last day, today or maybe tomorrow. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. We got a day or 2 days left. You see? So did you read Quran, people? That's my question to you. It's a rhetorical question. How much Quran did you read? Did you reflect? Did you read Allah's book? You gave up the food and drink, but did you read Allah's book? Did you connect with Allah's book? Did you reflect upon His guidance and what He told you to do and what He told you not to do? See, now that Ramadan is almost over, Ramadan is just about over now. When the gates of Shaitan, the gates that's locked for hellfire and Shaitan is chained. Now he'll be, the gates will be open again, and Shaitan, the devil, is unleashed. What do you have to fortify yourself? But more so, what did you have to fortify yourself during the month of Ramadan? You see, were you connecting with the book? Were you reflecting on the book of Allah Ta'ala? You see, because that's where the taqwa comes from. The Quran is one of the names of the Quran is the dhikr of Allah, the dhikr, the remembrance. And the more you remember Allah, the more your faith grows, the more you become closer to Allah. And the scholars of Islam say the greatest dhikr is the book of Allah. So that's what we're supposed to be doing in Ramadan. Reading Quran more than anything. So I ask you again, rhetorical question. Did you read Allah's book? Did you connect with Allah's book? How much time do you spend on Allah's book? And how much time do you spend trying to understand what Allah wants you and me to do? Did we do that? This is a great lesson here. I don't know. And this is one of the takeaways I wanted to share with you today. In terms of Ramadan is over, so one of the major takeaways, of course, is taqwa. The goal is to learn how to be pious and God-fearing and righteous and be a good Muslim and obedient Muslim to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's what Ramadan is about. You see, if we didn't get that, we squandered Ramadan. We squandered it. We wasted it. Did I become better? Or is it business as usual when Ramadan is over? I go back to, same old ways, man. Brothers and sisters, this thing is serious. The book of Allah is paramount in gaining taqwa. How are you going to gain taqwa, the consciousness of Allah, the fear of Allah, without being connected with Allah's book? So I ask you again, did you read Allah's book? Did you read it? Did you recite it like it's supposed to be recited? Did you understand what you were reading? And I don't mean did you read the whole book. No, I ain't talking about reading the whole book. If you read Surah Baqarah every day, just to capture some of the wisdom and the good. Isn't that one surah? If you spent the whole month studying Surah Baqarah, studying some of the tafsirs and what the imams and the scholars have said about, just studying them. What you do, or if you just took one surah and became absorbed in it most of your time, you want to understand what Allah is saying and what Allah wants you to do. It's good. Because sometimes we want to rush and we want to finish cover to cover and say, well, I finished, so forth, so like some of our salaf used to do. You see, they used to read Quran, Imam Shafi. I mentioned this before early on in Ramadan. Imam Shafi, Imam Abu Hanifa, who finished the Quran 60 times. Twice a day. Imam Malik, when Ramadan came, he He stopped teaching hadith. Close the books. I'm going to get into a lot of books. Why? Because that's the criterion. That's the book that's going to enhance your taqwa. So brothers and sisters, if we didn't read the Quran, and we didn't try to get any understanding what Allah wants us to do, you missed it. You missed it. But it's not too late. We got today and tomorrow, inshallah. You know, that's why I'm reminding you. Because I'm reminding myself. So, you see, I remind myself first, and I remind you. You see, because if we didn't connect with the Quran in Ramadan, then we definitely going to be connected. We're not going to be connected. We're going to go about business as usual. You know, but Ramadan is the time to pause for a minute, to pause. Wow, Allah wants, you know, the goal in this Ramadan, this blessed month, is because God-fearing, to be close to Allah. And Allah give you the criteria, the Quran, to get there. Here it is. Oh, servant of Allah, here's the book. I want you to read the book. I want you to study the book. I want you to ponder the book. Then get close to Allah. So I ask you again. I don't know. You know, did I get it? You know, it's no coincidence that the Prophet ﷺ said, you know, authentic narration, that Ramadan fasting and Quran will intercede for you on a day. They go together. How you gonna fast? You don't read no Quran. Even out of Ramadan, part of what we do when we fast during those white days is to reflect. As we fast on Mondays and Thursdays or the white day, that's that secret ibadah between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And part of that is to find some quiet place where I can sit down and think and reflect on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the best way to do that, even when you're fasting, reading the Quran, pick up the book. So fasting and Quran is going to intercede over their judgment. We learn this in Hadith. Fasting and Quran is going to intercede. And the fasting will say, oh Allah, I kept him away from his food and drink. You know, and it desires. You know, so forgive him. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will accept the forgiveness of your fast. Because it was genuine. It was genuine. And the Quran will intercede. Oh Allah, I kept him up. He read me. He was diligent. He was on it. He read me. So forgive him likewise. Allah will accept the intercession of the Quran that you read. SubhanAllah, man. Brothers and sisters, wow. So it is the Quran, exercise. You know, we still got today. We still got tomorrow. You know, and we got the other days to follow after Ramadan. You know, again, you know, we're supposed to reconnect. We're supposed to connect and reconnect with Quran. Muslims, you know, we don't live the kind of lives that we're connected with the book. We're not connected with the book enough. That's the problem with the Muslim world. We ain't connecting with the book. So Ramadan is to connect with the book. Wake up, servants of Allah. Wake up, oh, you believe. Connect with the book, because the book is the guidance for you. The book is what's going to nurture and develop that taqwa. Without it, you don't know what taqwa is. You don't know what the fear of Allah is. You don't know what the obedience to Allah is. You don't know right and wrong. The only way you know that is Allah revealed it to you. It's in the book. So when you pick up the book, okay, I know. I understand. This is what my Lord want me to do. This is what my Lord don't want me to do. But if you ain't connecting with the book, brothers and sisters will miss it. So I want to remind you of that, you know. When Ramadan leaves, subhanAllah, stay connected with the book. Stay connected with the book. Continue to read the book. You know, the Prophet ﷺ said, you know, whoever gets up at night, and if one gets up and reads, if one reads 10 ayats, one reads 10 ayats a night. Meaning Qiyam al-Layl, making Qiyam al-Layl. All right, and we've been making Qiyam al-Layl in Ramadan. We should have been. Probably, besides 10 ayats in Qiyam al-Layl, the Allah will write it down as one of, a person who is not heedless or neglectful. Just to recite 10 ayats, then Allah will write you down as one who is not neglectful. Okay? And whoever recites 100 ayats in one narration. 100 ayats. You see, then he will be written down as one who is obedient and devout, righteous, I don't know. And one who recites 1,000 ayats. He will get a great reward. You can't even imagine what 1,000 ayats a night. Now the scholars of Islam say, even though, reciting these ayats in Qiyam al-Layl is an incentive for us to get up at night and pray, which is what we're supposed to do as Muslims. Get up and recite Allah's book. Get up and read the Quran. That's what we're supposed to do. But we lazy. We are heathens because we can't do the 10. We can't even do 10. Think about that. So the ulama say that even though this is focused on night prayer, reading Quran, but this is good during the day. It can be applied during the daytime. How many days do we pass when we don't read 10 ayats? And reflect upon those ayats. No wonder we in the shape we in. Because we ain't connected like we're supposed to be. So this is merely a reminder as we close out Ramadan. Again, we want the goal of Ramadan, like Allah says, oh, you believe fasting is prescribed for you as it was prescribed before you, that you may learn taqwa. Okay. La'alakum tattaqun. How do we get there? How do we get that? Allah's book. You can't get it nowhere else. Allah's book. So Allah didn't leave you, on your own to figure out how to get taqwa. Read the book. When you read them ayahs about the hellfire, oh man, I don't want to go there. But if you don't never pick it up and read it and reflect and you read it, you say, wow, man, I read this ayah about the hellfire and man, you see? Well, I read these verses about going to Jannah and so man, I ain't gonna do nothing wrong. I want to get to paradise. You fall in love with the book of Allah. Allah wants to bring it like that. But if you don't pick it up, if you don't read it, and you don't study it, like the early Muslims did, they read the Quran daily. So Ramadan reminds us, brothers and sisters, we have a great opportunity with Ramadan to connect with the book so we can be right. So I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, allow us, alhamdulillah, to benefit from this brief reminder, about, again, the Quran and its importance, for the remainder of Ramadan and even beyond. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen wa salatu wa salam ala khairil mursalin Muhammadin Abdul wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in wa ba'd. Alhamdulillah. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the best of you is he who learns the Quran and teaches it to others. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that there's no envy except for two people. A person who Allah wants to give the knowledge of the Quran, and he spends his night, reading it, teaching it to others. And a person who's been given wealth and he spends it in the cause of truth, and for the good. You see? So you can envy these, to want to be like two people. The kind of envy where you want what that person's been gifted with. He has knowledge of the Quran. You see? This is important for us. The Prophet ﷺ said, he who does not have any Quran memorized, he's like an empty house. So of course, alhamdulillah, we as Muslims, we memorize some Quran, but it's a reminder though. I know Fatiha. If you know Fatiha, you're reciting Fatiha, okay, alhamdulillah. Do you understand the meaning of Fatiha? If you know Ikhlas and Falak and Nas, those short, powerful surahs, those powerful, rich surahs that we call small surahs. Like, no, it's small, short, but rich. Do you understand what they say? Or you just read the words in Arabic? Do you understand the meaning? Do you act upon those meanings? You see? So don't be an empty house. Ramadan was a time to, you know, if we don't do nothing, but just to review the meaning of Al-Fatiha, to review the meaning of the surahs and the portions of Quran that we memorize, just to review it, to make sure I understand it right. That's what it was all for. That's what Ramadan is about. Ramadan is the month in which the Quran came down as guidance and a criteria. You see? So we still have a lot of work to do on ourselves. And the criteria, of course, is the Quran. You know? That's one of the great lessons I reflected upon Ramadan. No, we got to stay, we reconnect, and we have to stay connected with the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, Prophet spoke about the time of fitna, you know, and people asked him, well, how do we deal with the fitna? The Quran. The Quran, that's going to help you navigate through all of the trials and all of the situations we find ourselves in. You know, is the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you know. And so, alhamdulillah, let us end Ramadan with a resolve to be more connected with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You see, because if I'm going to increase and grow, you know, I have to use the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to do that. And that's what the companions did, you see. And that's why, you know, during the course of Ramadan, we had a number of lectures where we were talking about, you know, tazkiyah, purification of the heart, purification of the soul. And one of the things we mentioned at the end of those series of talks that I gave, you know, we talked about the Quran being the methodology to purify the heart and to purify the soul, the Quran. Because Allah, it is a cure, it's a blessing and a cure for every disease. All of the diseases that we'll have and all the problems that we have is there. So we got to understand what we got our hands on. So let's end on that note. Talk we want. And then ask yourself, have I become better? You know? And in a day or two that I have left, you know, I can still be back and change overnight. So don't panic. You can change overnight. Change overnight. Yes, you can. If Allah wills, you know, because Allah brings about the change. Allah purifies whom He wills. You see, but you have to be sincere. You see? So let us not leave Ramadan with some kind of resolve. Oh Allah, please accept my fast, accept my ibadah. Will Allah make me better? Don't let me go back out. Don't let me in Ramadan go back out to the world and just, you know, allow shaitan, you know, to negate and abrogate everything I was able to attain in the last 28, 29, 30 days. No way. If I've gotten better, stay better. But that's what it's about. It's about improving ourselves, getting closer to Allah, having that fear of Allah, that conscience of Allah, you know, leading to Allah. That's what we were trying to do. You see, and that's what the lesson of Ramadan or the school of Ramadan, as we mentioned before, was all about. You know, so building that taqwa and establishing that connection with Allah through His book. So, in closing, alhamdulillah, I just want to remind you, alhamdulillah, that the Eid will be tomorrow or Sunday, more than likely Sunday. It seems like it appears that it's going to be a 30-day Ramadan. Allah knows best, Allah best knows. You know, today is the 29th day of fasting. So we know Ramadan is 29, 30 days. Okay, so it's the 29th day of fasting. So at Maghrib, 29 days is finished. So this is not people to look for the moon, but all of the you know, or many of the predictors, those who follow that science, you know, and the moon science and all that, they be saying different things. Well, it's impossible to see. It don't look like it's going to be able to be seen because it's cloudy. I leave all that alone. I went through that for about almost 50 years. I just wait and go with the flow. Okay? All right? So that's why I'm telling you, all right? It could be tomorrow because today is the 29th day. Somebody may see the moon. Okay? And if it's cloudy and nobody see it, then we go 30 days. That will be Sunday, inshallah. Okay? So there won't be no Eid prayer. There won't be no Eid prayer here. We can't have an Eid prayer. Okay? Because of the coronavirus. I agree. But all of the imams and the teachers and the scholars and shuyukh, you're telling people, make the Eid prayer home. Make the Eid prayer home. With your families. And to all of us, stand with your family and pray with your wives and your children. You know? The same way you would pray the Eid prayer, you know, You do it the same way. You go online, you see all the different imams, they're demonstrating how it's done, so forth, so nobody's confusion. You know what I'm saying? Make the salah. 2 rakats, intention to make an Eid. And it's based upon the hadith of Anas ibn Malik and some of the other companions. When they missed the Eid prayer during the time of Prophet Sallallahu, you know, they would go home and pray with their families. Don't worry about khutbah. You got to do khutbah. It's amazing, though, subhanAllah. And now the scholars are saying the khutbah on Eid, you know, is optional anyway. It's not watching. That's what they're saying. Read that. But I've always said that. For the last several decades, every Eid, I always remind people. After I give the khutbah, I said, before I, you know, give the khutbah, those who wish to leave can leave, because the prophet's with the prophet's sunnah. He would let people leave after the prayer. The prayer was watching. You see, he would encourage the women and everybody to come out and leave. You see. But for the last several decades, I always mention on you, I make that was one of my sunnahs. Not to brag, but not that I'm, you know, anything, or I'm heavy. No, that's not it. I'm just saying it's a problem. So now, I'm hearing it a lot, though. I'm hearing it a lot. Everybody's saying that now. You know, subhanAllah. Okay. So don't worry about the khutbah. Okay. All right. Because we can't have it in Jama'at. We can't have it with the imams and the leaders. So we make the prayer, alhamdulillah, and just have a good time with your family. Dress up nice, have Eid, you know what I'm saying? You know, have breakfast with your family, take your family out for a walk, be with your family, and whatnot, you know. So we can still celebrate Eid. Remember, you know, alhamdulillah, you know, the times when the companion couldn't have Eid. The Battle of Badr, we talked about that during the week also. You know what I'm saying? It was in jihad. There was no Taraweeh, there was no Eid celebration, there was no being with the family, man, no. You know, it was spreading the deen. Sahaba was spreading the deen. The conquest of Mecca took place in Ramadan also. You know, all that stuff was like, you know, they started fasting, but they had to break their fast because they had to deal with the situation that they were involved in. You see what I'm saying? And they had to move forward. You see what I'm saying? To spread Allah's deen and whatnot. So Allah had them in, you see. So they didn't have to eat, you see. And there may have been many other occasions similar to those occasions throughout our history, I'm sure. You see. So the point is, alhamdulillah, in closing, you know, alhamdulillah, make it eat home. Enjoy yourself, you know, connect with each other, you know what I'm saying, and try and avoid those crowds. And don't be careless. Don't be careless. Because, you know, the government is opening up, you know, and easing up on some of the, some of the restrictions in terms of the lockdown that we're experiencing. Don't be wear your mask. Don't think, well, I'm saying, no. Wear your mask. Cover your face and your nose. That's what they say. I got mine in my pocket here. See? Wear your mask. Wear your gloves if you have to. We have to do those things. This thing's going to be with us for a long time. We don't know how long it's going to be. When people talk about going back to normal, the normal ain't it. It's going to be a new normal. I went to the store the other day, you know, the Walmart. I wanted to pick up went there to pick up me some weights, really, because I can't go to the gym. I was going to get weight, but the line was so long. I said, I forget it, man. I can't. That's the new norm. I said, wow, man. You know? Wow, this is deep. Lines are long. I said, wow, well, you got to wait. Even when I go to the grocery store, I'm sure you've experienced that. The lines are long, man. I said, wow, all this waiting just to purchase one item. You know? So it's going, you know, so these are interesting times, you know. But Allah will give us strength. Alhamdulillah. You know, we have to continue to be patient. We have to be patient. Okay? Whatever calamity is on us, Allah got it on us, you know, and so we have to continue to seek His forgiveness. Alhamdulillah. And that's another thing about Ramadan. Again, we asking Allah for forgiveness. That's amazing. That's one of the takeaways of Ramadan. Seeking Allah's forgiveness. You see? Seeking Allah's forgiveness. We continue to seek Allah's forgiveness even when Ramadan leaves. You see? Because we know we'll make mistakes, we'll make sins. We got to keep working at it, brothers and sisters. We got to keep working at it. You know, and take the lessons from Ramadan, and take it out of Ramadan and beyond Ramadan. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you know, bless you all. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all of your good deeds. You know, the zakat al-fitr, make sure you take care of that. Make sure you take care of it. You can send the money overseas. ICNA relief, all the different relief organizations, you know what I'm saying? That money get to them quickly. Debit card. Get that money out to people. $10 a head. You know, your money will go much further than it will go here, overseas. See? But I always say, don't neglect us, though. You know, your money here, but, you know, last minute, you know, you can send money overseas to help those various Muslims who are in some miserable conditions, some miserable conditions. And we still got it easy. Even though we locked down, we still got it easy. We live in easy and luxuriously. Yes, we are. We're still driving our nice cars. We're still moving around. We're still eating food. Every day during Ramadan, the blessing of Allah. People just been feeding us, bringing food, too much food. Man, are we fasting? The blessing from Allah, you see. But people overseas, different parts of Africa, you know what I'm saying, and Asia, and the Middle East, and all the refugees, and all those different places, man. People are having it very difficult. You see. So yes, you can send your money there, all right, and don't hesitate. Make sure you take care of that, because the zakat al-fitr had to be paid, before the Eid prayer tomorrow or Sunday. So take care of it today. Don't take care of it now, inshallah. And alhamdulillah, as I said, we have one more day, 2 more days, inshallah. So I'm going to continue to stand up at night, continue to seek the blessing of Allah, continue to seek, Allah's forgiveness. Allahumma innaka tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni. Allah, you love to forgive, you love to forget, so therefore forgive me. Alhamdulillah. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless our ummah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect our ummah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept all of our ibadah and all of the good that we did. We ask Allah to give us a strength that we can carry on like we did in Ramadan. Alhamdulillah. To continue to do good, to continue to feed the people, to continue to be helpful to people. Alhamdulillah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept all of our good deeds and our families and our children. Alhamdulillah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help our ummah, and forgive them their shortcomings, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive our deceased. Those people have died as a result of the coronavirus. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala heal those who are sick. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring us ease and relief from this fitna. Inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammadin kama